Okay, welcome to the deep dives. Today, we're jumping straight into something pretty significant in the football world. It's the highly anticipated kickoff of Xabi Alonso's time as coach for Real Madrid. We're focusing on that initial match, the 1-1 draw against Al Hilal in Miami, wasn't it? Sizzling heat. But yeah, this is more than just looking at the result. It feels like our first real glimpse into, a potentially huge new chapter for the team.
Exactly. And, this first match, even though it was a draw, it gives us so much to chew on, some really crucial early insights. We're looking beyond just the 1-1 scoreline here. What does it tell us about Alonso's new system? What clicked straight away? And maybe more importantly, for a club like Real Madrid, where do they obviously need to grow? It's all about reading those initial signs.
Yes, signals, you're right. And we saw some pretty clear ones early on, didn't we? Real Madrid got that breakthrough, 34th minute, Gonzalo García with a really quite stunning header, Rodrigo assist. That felt significant, right? A young player scoring in Alonso's very first match. What did that signal to you?
Well, that Garcia goal, it wasn't just, youthful energy. It felt like the first real sign of Alonso wanting that attacking push, maybe using the flanks. It showed the squad was responding positively, at least initially, to his ideas. But then just, 7 minutes later, Hilal got that penalty, Rubén Neves.
Right.
Came from a foul by Asensio, I believe. And that immediately kind of highlighted a potential issue, didn't it?
Yeah.
Our sources basically said Courtois stood no chance on the penalty, leveled things up very quickly.
Right. So you get that flash of promise, but then boom, a defensive reality check almost straight away. Then the second half, Madrid seemed to really try and take control. They definitely had more of the ball, dominated possession, you could say, but it looked like a real struggle to actually, break down that Al Hilal defense.
Really?
And they even missed that late penalty chance.
Ah, yeah, that was the real drama point, wasn't it? Valverde stepped up. But Bruno made a fantastic save, really dramatic fashion, kept it level. That moment, it wasn't just about losing out on the win for Alonso's debut. It sort of underlined a bigger picture issue, maybe?
And you see that reflected in the fan reactions, too. We saw some talk, I think it was on Reddit, basically saying Al Hilal parked the bus.
Mm.
And the stats kind of back that up, right? Real Madrid had, 21 shots to Al Hilal's 14, but still couldn't find that winning goal. It really paints a picture of, control, but no cutting edge.
Exactly. And tactically, that's the classic challenge, isn't it? You control the ball, dominate possession, but breaking down a team that sits deep, that parks the bus, it requires something extra. It suggests Alonso might need to, work on different ways to attack, maybe find ways to unlock defenses when his system is still new.
Yeah.
And adapting to the heat, the conditions in Miami, that plays a part too. But the overall feeling from what we're reading is, look, it was a solid start, plenty to build on. There's actually a quote that nails it. Alonso's era begins with, lessons learned, spirit was there, but sharpness wasn't.
That quote, spirit was there, but sharpness wasn't. That really resonates. So thinking about that lack of sharpness, what's the biggest lesson here for Alonso, do you think, especially at a club with Madrid's kind of pressure? And for you listening in, when you see this mixed promise and struggle in this opening game, what does a draw like this truly signify for a new era? Is it just a bit of a stumble out of the blocks, or is it actually laying some groundwork for real growth down the line?
That really is the core question, isn't it? Something for you to think about. What were the key lessons learned, right, from this first outing? Consider how those specific moments, Garcia's goal, that youthful spark, or Neves' penalty, that decisive moment, or even Bonu's big save at the end. How might these things shape how we see the team changing and how they actually do change under Alonso?
Definitely food for thought. And just to wrap up, thinking about everything we've touched on, the promise, the struggles, which single moment or observation from this debut match do you feel gives the clearest, maybe most compelling hint about Real Madrid's future under Alonso? What's the biggest takeaway for you?